Hey students, how is everybody doing today? This is Wednesday. It's August 14, 2013. That's right. I've changed the rest of this year to be 2013 because I want you to be thirsty and I want you to finish and do strong this year and do your very best. Now, that being said, many times we talk about, oh, I have to get to my 120s, or oh, I need to get out of this class, or stuff like that. You've all heard it before. And what I would suggest you might want to try is say something like, I am going to pass through my 140s very soon, or I am going to take that class and get through it, or I am going to do whatever. Don't start off with almost an excuse that you have to do something or whatever. You're going to do it, and you're going to do your very best. Get that mindset right now so that you can succeed and you'll do wonderful. Try to push that negativity out of the way. Try to push any reason for an excuse to not do it. Just go in there and do it. Just accept the fact that you're going to be a court reporter and you do what it takes to get there. You are going to do it. You don't have to, you don't need to, you are going to do it. And I think when you get into that mindset, you'll do wonderful things, and you'll see a difference in how well you progress. I was talking with many reporters this last week at NCRA, and we were recalling back in the day how it was just kind of understood that we were going to be court reporters. And yes, it was going to be hard work, but we did it. And my wife and I, affectionately called my bride, do our best to try to keep you all positive. But many of my reporting friends, just like us, were in school just like you. But we didn't let the fact that we didn't pass a test or we didn't do as well as we should get us down to the point where it just bogged us down. And so I encourage all of you to think about that. You need to look at your test and see what your errors are. I even looked at my speed test at the competition last week to see the things that I did and didn't do so that I can do better. I don't need to take any more exams necessarily. I've got plenty of initials, but I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with how I did at the speed contest, and I am not satisfied with how I write each day. I'd like to try to do better. It's always a contest for me to try to do the best I can. I'm never comfortable just getting by, and I think the profession needs to remain that way. You can't just get by. You always want to do your very best, the best that you can. Many times in court, as in yesterday, had kind of a rough start getting going, and would see that my tran rate was 1.6 or 1.7, which was not acceptable for me. And I buckled down and focused even more, and I got my tran rate down to around 0.6, which is around 99.4, 99.5. I just wasn't satisfied with how well I was writing, and so I decided that I was going to step it up, and that's exactly what I did. And I brought the tran rate down to something that I was happier with. I could have done better, but the point is I was not doing as well as I knew I could, and I buckled down and did better because I am going to do it, and I am going to write better. And so try to keep your mindset positive. Push the negativity away. Don't sit around with your friends and beat yourselves up about how you can or can't do something. Now, on another topic, I know many of you always ask about how do you keep from repeating things? And it got me to thinking about women especially, and guys never could figure this out. But women, when your man's talking at you and you just don't want to hear it anymore, you just put the hand up and say, talk to the hand, and you just cut your guy out. You just shut him out and you quit listening. You don't hear him. And I was thinking, now if women can do that to their man or somebody they don't like or don't want to hear anymore, why can't you just do that when you hear words and you keep repeating them in your mind? Okay? I thought that was kind of funny, and I talked with many students about that last week, and we all kind of laughed, and they all kind of agreed that I was right. That you can shut your man out and your boyfriend or whatever or people that you don't want to hear. You just I don't want to hear you anymore, and you quit hearing them. So why can't you do that when you start thinking about repeating stuff in your mind? Just shut it out and learn to do that with steno when you're sitting around and you start having that coming into your mind. So I thought that was a funny concept, how you can do it with other things, but sometimes steno you can't. So keep that in mind. That's my funny thought for the day, and I hope it gave you a laugh, because I know many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So one other thing I want you to do when you feel like you aren't writing as fast as you should, get out your stopwatch or look at the second hand on the wall or on your watch or whatever, something that has a second hand, and like I'm looking at my watch right now up on the wall or the clock, set up a real-time file, and when it gets to straight up and down or at 15 seconds or whatever, I want you to sit there and I want you to write your alphabet as quickly as you can. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to try to get to where you can write your ABC alphabet within about 5 seconds. If you can do that, I believe that will equate to 26 strokes in 5 seconds, okay? And when you can do that, I believe you are right around 312 strokes per minute. And what that means is if each of those strokes were a word, that would be pretty cool. And you could write about 312 words a minute. So let's see here. 26 divided by 5 is 5.2. So that's 5.2 strokes per second to get 26 strokes in 5 seconds, which is your alphabet. 5.2 times 60 is, let's see here, 5.2 times 60, 312. So when you feel like you can't write or you're never going to get there, just write your alphabet and see how quickly you can write your alphabet. And if you can do it in 7 seconds or 8 seconds or whatever, take 26, divide it by the number of seconds it took you to write, and that will give you about how many strokes per second you were able to write, and then multiply that by 60 and see where you're at. And then think, if you are able to do that and say that some of your strokes are words or phrases, then you're writing even faster. So you can't convince me that you can't write fast. It's just a matter of making this and these start working together and being friends. When you can make them be friends, then things will start to happen. Okay? Just make sure that the connection from here to here is completely open between your brain and your fingers, and then watch what happens. Don't fight it. Just press down and keep on going. I look forward to hearing great things from all of you. Let's have a great rest of the week and do our very best. And with that, I'm going to start my day. I've got a trial that I'm on day 3 of, and then we have some other things to do. And so it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day for you. Let's rock the day. Wednesday, August 14, 2013. Be a winner today. Ready? Begin.